So, welcome back. I thought it was about time that I actually did a sales video, having done a haul one a couple of weekends ago and realising that time's been flying by. I wanted to show you 10 of the most interesting things I've sold, certainly some of the more profitable things, not just the average bread and butter stuff, which I'm sure you'll all find really rather boring. So, without too much further ado, here goes. This is thankfully a much briefer video than I've done before, and I hope it all works okay and that you enjoy. Thanks. So that's my kitten who's observing the proceedings as I come around to show you a little of what I've sold. First thing that I've sold of interest was this rather strange thing, Gudrun's Joden. The ultimate log and look thing, which is worth quite a bit. When I saw this in a whole pile of stuff, I just thought, gosh, that'd make quite a nice nightie. But it turns out it was really nice quality jersey, and I sold it for $37.99. I paid £2 for it. I knew nothing about the brand, but there was something about the feel of it that said quality, and I think that's what's key, is trusting your gut instinct. So the next thing is this collection of camera stuff. This was actually mine, and I've been meaning to sell it for a little while. So I cracked on, got it photographed, got it listed. As you can see, the case itself was kind of deteriorated, but it was a nice kit, a Canon AE1. I'd bought it when I thought I was going to do digital photography, and it'd been put away for about the last 10 years. Funny how things come round. So it didn't cost me anything, and it made me quite a bit of money that week, which I was very happy for, because my January has not been the best. So dig out your old stuff, don't just discount your own possessions. This one I was pleased to sell. It looks sort of black on my rather bad filming, but it's actually navy blue Burberry jacket, which I actually paid, let's have a little look here, I think I paid £6 for this in a charity shop, and I was happy to pay £6 for it. I looked at the stitching, I looked at the detail, the buttons were quite wonderful, and so I knew that it was going to be a good thing. Lovely metallic buttons there, really nice. Nice buttonholes. Very nice piece. So I was very pleased with that. And yes, I took £58 for it. Not bad for a £6 investment. The next thing, number 4. Right, a book. I don't do many books. I think you can get stung really badly with books unless you know an awful lot about it. But this was one I saw and I knew it was a goodie. It's my area of interest, shall we say. And this was a nice hardback copy, which I paid £2 for in a charity shop sale. So I was rather pleased that it netted me £23. Anything that's got pagan associations will do really, really well. There's a massive audience of people out there who really want to get their hands on these old books. So always worth keeping an eye for anything with that kind of a theme. But I knew this one would be good, so that's my area of knowledge, shall we say. £2 paid, £23 returned. Well, these were big and clunky, I can tell you. They were just about the heaviest thing I've ever posted. And I, thankfully, was sensible enough to put the postage up to a decent level this time. I've been caught out before. Over 2 kilos, these. And they only cost me £2 in a charity shop sale. Heavy things, but this style of boots, which are known as engineer boots, harness boots, will always do well. They're kind of that perennial, never-fading fashion for fellas. And these did really, really well. They were size 12, which is quite a big size too. Didn't take long to sell those, so £45 for a £2 investment. Very nice. Those will sell all day long. The next section of boots. Now, I remember asking for some help on these little lovelies as to how to clean them. They are the maddest boots you've ever seen, and they were grubby. I cleaned them up. All I used was baby wipes, because this sort of fabric is actually it's like a very fine micro velvet. Really strange. But these little beauties cost me £2, and after a fair amount of cleaning, maybe £70 back, I could not find another pair of these Melissa New Rock boots. New Rock boots, you'll see the great big fat chunky ones, the great gothic bother boot type things, but they come in this sort of design as well. This is known as Melissa, and it's very, very popular. Very pointy toes, lovely witchy boots, have a great following, and these were only a size 4.5. So they would have probably sold even faster if they'd been a 5 or a 6 or maybe even a 7, more common sizes. So yeah, unusual. You might think they're ugly, but believe you me, there's a lot of people I know out there, and if they'd been my size, even I might have been tempted, because I have a slightly wacky taste in clothes. But I can't do heels, so not for me. But rather fabulous, and a very lovely purchase that I was pleased was made. So the next thing, now these are bright. They're way brighter than they show on here. These are a brand worth looking out for, and if I move the cursor up a bit so you can see what they're called, they are known as Sweaty Betty. This brand is incredibly fashionable. They are deeply expensive new if you ever check out the website, and these had not been used, didn't have the tags, but I got $39.99 for them. And if I can show you what goes on here, I can actually show you the logo. I can try and show you the logo. Here it is. It's this. Doesn't look anything. SB, Sweaty Betty. Always keep an eye out for these. Obviously, at this time of year when everyone's doing that keep fit thing, they're going to go well. I think I paid £4.45 for those. Well worth it. Keep an eye out for them. This was wonderful. My Little Red Riding Hood cape. I paid the grand total of £5 for this in a charity shop. It's gorgeous, pure wool and vintage, and it made me £90. The label said Jimmy Hurahan, so it was made in Ireland. It was made with wool and cashmere. It was pretty much a free size, and if I show you the label, because that may help, yes, it looks a bit sort of, but deeply sought after. These old vintage pieces, especially as something's unusual, it has got a massive audience. There are people who will want this stuff all day long. And I thought it was beautiful, but it's just not me. So, grabbed that. Keep an eye out for these strange and weird and wonderful bits of clothing. There are many people who want to wear them. Next on the list. Well, computer games aren't really my thing, but when I saw a couple of these sitting in the charity shop for £1.50 each, I knew to grab. I've got a son who's well into Pokemon, so this was the thing. This is Pokemon X. I also got a Pokemon Y. This one sold for £20, which is fair. It'd been used and not bad for £1.50. I just wanted to get some money in. I was very pleased with that. So the last one, last but not least, number 10, is not desperately exciting. It's Long Tall Sally. Now I have to tell you, this stuff will sell in an instant. If you ever see anything in Long Tall Sally, buy it. You will get good money. They are deeply expensive. There aren't many of the shops about. People have to buy it online. So if they can buy it online from you, they're going to be very happy. This was just a long line open cardigan thing. It didn't look anything very much at all. But it's the brand. People seek it out, and that went literally within 2 days of me listing it. Didn't even have time to show it on a haul video. So always grab Long Tall Sally. Taller people really do have trouble, even in this day and age, getting these sort of clothes. So, much like sometimes it's good to look for the big sizes in stuff, also go for tall. This was an XL as well, so it really was a big size as well as a tall. So there you have it. January wasn't my best month ever. To be fair, it was slow, but I did sell some bigger value items. There was a lot of bread and butter stuff. A lot of clothes, a lot of low-level bits and pieces, and some weird stuff I sold that I've had for ages. Hoping February is going to be a lot better. Hope you all are having your sales pick up and that you're going to enjoy February so much more. Get all that Valentine's stuff out there if you've got anything, and make lots and lots of money. So I will see you next time.